Holistic integration of district heating and electricity system is very important for Europe. District heating is just not about heat anymore. It's a strategic asset that combined with power generation brings extremely good fuel efficiencies. Combustion engine, so Wärtsilä's technology, will solve several of these problems. First of all, combined with CHP, you will see total efficiencies over 90%. And secondly, the flexibility of the technology provides the perfect integration of solar and wind. You can run these as base load if you have a constant need of both heat and power, or you can do them in balance if you have more heat or less heat from time to time. Finally, if you combine these with a heat storage, then you have the possibility to run the engines according to the electricity market, and so basically running when electricity prices are high, and then during times when there is lower, you choose not to run the engines, and then you use the residual heat from the heat storage. So this integrated approach, it maximizes energy usage, it reduces waste, and it enhances system resilience. All essential for Europe to meet its ambitious renewable targets and carbon dioxide reduction. Being future fuel ready fundamentally redefines thermal assets' role in the energy landscape. Adaptability to future fuels like hydrogen or hydrogen-based fuels like ammonia, methanol, or synthetic gas is imperative. Wärtsilä engines are designed for this adaptability to allow a seamless transition from gas to hydrogen-based fuel. Future-proofing ensures that the investment does not become a stranded asset, but remain valuable and contribute to decarbonisation goals. It positions thermal asset not as an outdated relic, but as an integral component of a sustainable, renewable-focused energy system of the future.
Stability in the grid is one of the most important jobs to be done. But to get to stability in the grid, you need a set of flexibility tools. Now, the flexibility tools work very well if you look at them individually. But when you start putting them together and when you start pricing on their dispatch, it becomes very complicated. So what we can see is you've got renewables dispatching in 1-minute intervals, and then you have electricity markets that are settling in, at best, 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes even longer. So you have a bit of a mismatch there. What we can see globally is that if you look at Australia, the US, the UK, where these markets have moved down to 5-minute intervals or less, there's a lot more dynamics happening. You can manage your price volatility better, you've got better price stability, you're attracting competition from different technologies, and of course, you're making this much more transparent. So why is granular markets important? It allows you to drop down to this level so that you don't A, select the wrong technology, and B, really pay for what you need and don't end up overpaying or overstructuring your solutions. We can see a lot happening with decarbonisation, and everybody talks about it. But what we find is decarbonisation really is about partnerships. If you don't have the right people on the ground teaming up with the customers, there's always a challenge. So we can see two groups here. The first group is decarbonising for captive grids. So it would typically be your industrial users, mines, etc. And it would also be the captive islands. So example, if you look at something like the mining operations in Madagascar, where we've recently done decarbonisation, but also if you look at something like Curacao, which is a complete island solution, and we bring in a decarbonisation solution there. Those are really important to have the right people on the ground and to have the right partnerships. Because although decarbonisation is a lot about the system and having the right energy management system and also the right technologies to balance out the decarbonisation, you have to have the people driving it. But there is a second element to this, and that is the group looking at more and more automation within their decarbonisation efforts, especially in the balancing markets. So this is the markets that I earlier talked about, the 5 minutes and below dispatch markets, highly automated, highly competitive. We can see a lot of those users are moving more and more towards automation. And that is why Wärtsilä is leading the 200 million euro autonomous plants program in Finland under the WISE partnership, because this is so important for us. And it's not just about the data and digitalization. It's not just about the advanced parts management, about the plant automation, but it's also about having the right kind of service support infrastructure to really make this shine. If you don't have that, you can't pull your decarbonisation efforts through effectively.